It's a word, melted into God. Your ego will not remain anymore. Like, a sugar cube you put into the water. After some time, you find the sugar cube. Where is the cube? It melts. So our ego, this size, shape, I am this, I know, I have achieved this, and all will melt if you have real bhakti. It is proper to give up the desire to be victorious in debate. It is said, knowledge is not for defeating others. You read the scriptures, it is not for defeating others, to show that I know much more than you know. No? Yeah, that is the position in the world. People will praise that see how he presented the thing, how intellectually he knows so many philosophies and this. What? My God, wow. Yes, that is good for worldly life. But for spiritual life, you should melt into zero and God will come out there. Now, another point. Devotees should consider all created beings as their own. First point, possess firm faith in the path of bhakti. And third point, desire auspiciousness even for the even for the enemies. 3 points again. If you are a devotee, you are a lover of God, or a Vedanta student, what is same result will come. Individual person considered as jivas, anyone you find, that you will find that they are your own. People normally think, oh, they belong to our group, they belong to other group. Ramakrishna said, Bhakta devotee has no group. Oh, they are Hare Krishna group, we are Vedanta group, we are this group, we are that group. Always people, oh, they are Christian group, they are Protestant group, they are Catholic group, they are Presbyterian group. You are thinking, they are all lovers of God. And you love everyone. That should be the fundamental point. 1 point. Second point, possess firm faith in bhakti. You will have strong idea. I want to love God. I want to love my ideal. No? Vedanta, Atman. You love your Atman. It may be Ramakrishna. It may be Krishna. I love Krishna. I love Rama. I love Christ. Yes. Or Vedanta, you may say, I love Atman. I love Brahman. But you should have to love the divine. So second point. And desire auspiciousness even for the enemies. Think, who gives you hard time, bad time? Try to think that they are also your friend. And see, pray to God, oh God, oh Lord, make him happy. Do good to that person. That is your character. Spirituality is character building. So all our devotees should have to learn this, that life is spiritualizing the life means it is a big job. We have to do that. So these are the 3 points again he has said, that consider any other devotee of any other group calling upon God, a Muslim calling upon Allah. You should feel that he is a lover of God. I am calling him in one way and they are calling the same God in another way. So this feeling should grow. Is it growing, or you are thinking that we are the only exclusive, we are the only Allah's children, or I am the only Christ's children? This is the only, whole world should be changed to that. And you go on fanatic ideas, and then you go disturb the peace of others. You say, in the name of religion, this goes on. No? So, fundamental point. You are going to be a devotee, you should have this quality. It is not Vedanta. See, we read in all those things in Swami Vivekananda's books, in the Gospel, there are plenty. But you see, Vaishnava book is teaching us. You will respect all devotees. They are also calling God in different ways. Second point, possess firm faith. Devotion is the criterion. Are you becoming really devoted and really absorbing God more and more? And third point, even someone behaves enemically or not very friendly with you, you pray for them. You pray for their well-being. Pray for their good. One should give up pride, the desire for prestige, and caste consciousness in regard to Vaishnavas. Another 3 points. One should give up pride. Again, we are talking about pride. Pride may be for monetary pride. Pride may be beautiful. I look beautiful. Pride may be I am efficient worker. Pride may be that I am humble. I am very devoted. There also pride. I am a meditator. I do more meditation than anyone does. You people don't do. I do 3 times. I am higher. Pride may come up in any way. So devotees should be always getting out of pride. Give up pride and give up the desire for prestige. Oh, I should be recognized. I should be praised. Someone should thank me. I do so much. No one recognizes this is the place. Always they exploit me. As you go on, it may be twisted in such a way. Becoming a monk, becoming a nun, we think, they are making me work too hard, as if you are a job, and they are giving you less salary and making you hard work. Are you are getting more opportunity to serve God. Total attitude different. No? So this attitude should be there. Otherwise, it will be mundane. It's like any worldly person does that in the world. You need not have to glorify yourself that I am a monk or a nun. Because I did so much, others don't do. They are taking advantage of me because they are making me work hard. Who is you? You are fortunate that you are serving God. Spiritual attitude. So that should be taken.
Or like Brother Luke who was complaining to God that you know that I have trouble in walking, but you are making me to go to do this in the night. And then he was complaining to the Lord like that.
And then what happened?
That one is like you make the connection, that biblical story like that. That was saint he became. I don't remember.
I also don't know that story. So
no, you were saying you will always mention about that.
So anyhow, so whatever you complain to God, that's okay. It's a devotion. Oh Lord, I cannot walk to your place. But the main point is that the desire for prestige, desire for recognition, the desire for name is a very hidden thing. It is not bad because we are human. We should have expectation little. Really, we should also expect that some praise, some recognition, some support should be there. But no, don't expect that. You want to be a better sadhu or a better bhakta, you need not have to think of all these things. Let the world do their thing. I am not doing for anybody. My whole life is centered for God and service to God. I will do my as best as I can. And then caste consciousness. In caste consciousness, because in Indian context, caste consciousness, that is a low caste, high caste. In India, they suffer by caste system. It's a bad effect. In this country also, today what is going on? A color system. I'm skin white, brown, black. No, people are being no. They're all children of God. So devotees should not make such distinction. And that what the question of making a suffering. So it is it has been quoted by again the two authentic book of the Bhakti school. Those who desire to be known as great men in this world perform religious activities. Such proud persons never attain mercy of Lord Krishna. Only those who are without deceit attain Krishna bhakti. Their mind should be no desire to be known as a great man. I am a great person. In our life it happens because we have given up everything. Still these come in this subtle way. After Sunday lecture I find, how is what? It's good. That means sometimes you may be innocently saying, or sometimes you may desire, no, I get a good lecture. So it comes out in such a way, unknown to yourself even. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Only those who attain deceit and attain. So Krishna Bhakti, love for God will not generate unless you are careful about that. One should not consider a sadhu or a Vaishnava, lover of God, to belong to a particular caste. And that then again Chaitanya Bhagavat says, all the scriptures proclaim that even if a devotee accepts birth in a lower caste, he is worshipful for the entire world. But if one is born in a high caste, does not perform bhajan, prayer to God, he is eligible for hell. His high birth cannot deliver him. And not that because you are born in a high prestigious family or your religious family, spiritual family. Not that because your father is a district judge or a Supreme Court judge, you will be a Supreme Court judge. You have to earn that, no? So that type of thing. That even Ramakrishna said, that those who even born in a lower caste, Chandala, and he has Hari Bhakti, love for God, he is much higher than that. A high-born person whose father is a great Pandit, scholar, devotee, and he has no love for God. He is worst. So your love for God is the criterion here. It is important to perform loud Sankirtanam in the devotional practice. Hare Krishna together, congregational. Haridas said, "Oh, Brahmana, one receives 100 times more benefit by performing Kirtana loudly than by chanting within one's mind. A person who chants within his mind can deliver only himself, but by loudly performing Kirtana, the name of God enters into the ears of many living beings and you deliver them." It's a spiritual attitude. You chant internally, but how we say our private practice. So repeat the mantra inside. Huh? But Hare Krishna, they chant outside, no? She says that it helps others. You are chanting, that benefit is coming to you, and you are chanting loudly, that sound goes to the other's ears, who does not want to hear even. Suppose some people are going, they don't want to hear Hare Krishna. But you are playing with drum and this and that, and dancing, and they will have to, the word of God should touch their ear. So it will benefit some way. Yeah? If you touch the fire, the finger will burn. So they will be benefited some way or other. So now, a person is eligible to be addressed as a bhakta devotee if internally his faith remains firm and is free from false ego. Who will be called a devotee? No. One appears to be materially, no. A person eligible to be addressed as a Vaishnava or a devotee of God if internally his faith remains. That means if your love for God remains intact inside, then you are called a Vaishnava. You are a devotee. Whatever happens outside, example is that Haridas, he was a Muslim born man, and I told you the story that he was whipped to death 22 times. But he is not dying. What is happening? He is not changing. The order was that let him not chant the name of Hari, the Lord. They should utter the name of Allah. But he did not. So outside, whatever is happening, his internal mind is resonating in the name, what he likes. So that's why that is called a devotee. Another point, to subscribe to mix of philosophies, to subscribe to a mix of philosophies, to be partial or to perform sinful activities, or to be blinded by the intoxication of material life, are all averse to the qualities of a Vaishnava. If it is a Vaishnava, if it is a devotee of God, so you should be not subscribe mixed philosophies. Mixed philosophies means too many philosophies. If you know, then you get confused and your mind get, most of the time that happens with us. When you read one book, we learn from Buddhism one word, or we have a heart from another philosophy, and we find contradictions. So it is said, don't read many books, many philosophies. Rather, what is your philosophy? But intellectual clarity, you do that much, but it is not for scholarly understanding. So it says the Vaishnava must always remain firmly fixed in the following only one doctrine. That means when you are practicing. Yeah. In one doctrine is you are following Vedanta doctrine. Vedanta doctrine says develop your life with the Jnana Karma Yoga Bhakti. Okay? If you take a Vaishnava tradition, you take only bhakti, only bhakti, only bhakti. Eh? If you are inclined to that, hold on to that. And this is the goal. But don't take little bit of Buddhism, little bit of Christianity, little bit of Vedanta, little bit of yoga, and then mix it. That does not work. Ramakrishna said, dig in one place and get the water. No?
But if Jnana, Karma, Yoga, Bhakti, a little bit of Jnana, little bit of Yoga, little bit of Bhakti.
But their idea is that, yes, Jnana, Karma, Yoga, Bhakti, but they are all for God. You are doing, because your mind is 24 hours. So when you are really working, why not think that I am working for God? So you're drinking, you are shower, you are cleaning, you are doing some business, you're going to do shopping. Why not make it I am doing for God? That's karma yoga. Otherwise that time is lost. But bhakti yoga you can use everywhere bhakti, that's okay.
Everywhere Jnana.
Everywhere jnana is okay. That may be. But the point is that one pointed journey becomes intense. If all your energy is focused in one way, that makes it journey quick. But yes, in Vedanta we make one goal. One goal is God realization. And God is in the form of saguna or nirguna. Huh? In the form or the formless. But the jnana path you follow. But when you like, because your mind is occupied by God, one God, you have to know that God is only one, whether it is saguna or nirguna. So in that process, if you mature yourself, then 24 hours is spiritualized. So that idea. One must not try to satisfy the minds of different types of people by speaking on many different doctrines in different places. At the beginning, when you mature after realization, you talk so many things, but don't do it at the beginning, because now one should not be partial. Committing, one should not be partial to certain Vaishnavis. The destruction of sinners who is partial towards one Vaishnavi and criticizes another. You love one and you hate one. And if you do that, then you are not following the Vaishnava path of bhakti. They all are Krishna's children. You look upon everyone as child of God. If you preferentially you love one at the cost of other, that creates the confusion in others. Committing sins after accepting initiation into Harinama is prohibited, meaning Mahaprabhu told Jagai and Madhai, whatever sins both of you have committed up till today are nullified. Commit no more sins. Jagai and Madhai replied, from now on we will not commit any sin. One is to remain beyond rules and prohibitions. Rules and regulations are subservient to bhakti. You develop love for God in such a way that don't follow the rules only. He who is distressed by this is destroyed. Rule, 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 rule. If you make 100 rules, remember and follow is difficult. But if you remember, I am to love God through all my actions, that is more important. Now, how much time? Another? 4 minutes are there, okay. One must reject association of the atheist and non-devotees. It is again and again. You don't mix with people who don't have love for God. They don't believe that there is God. No. So you mix with them, your mind was settling down for God, love for God. And someone comes and with argument disturbs your mind. So avoid those people. Let them be happy with their philosophy. As Rupa Goswami, I told the story, the Pandit came. He know, I don't care for your name and fame. Oh, Baba, he wants little name. I say, yes, you are a great scholar. I am a fool. Okay, I signed it. And you go. And they go away. If you had sat with them and argued with them, wastage of time. Why shall I spend my time not thinking about God and talking about logical, who is high? All logic are logic. When realization comes, then only logic becomes meaningful. Otherwise, Vedanta is higher. Some will say Bhakti is higher. Prema is higher. No, no. You are talking about Vedanta is higher. Huh? So Buddhism, Nirvana is higher. Don't talk about Atma. This is our. So how I have to go? That's why love God. That is the major thing. One must reject association. That's why with the atheists and non-devotees. Then he says, preeminence of the devotion to Vishnu and the deceitful persons imaginary claim to be a manifestation of Vishnu, avoid them. That means one should not compare bhakti to any or all other pious activities. Now one attains all perfection by taking shelter in the Namo. Namo means repeating the name and leading a life free from sin and duplicity. Huh? This is very important. That one attains all perfection. Your path, you are becoming a lover of God, you will attain your perfection. When? By taking shelter. You can take shelter. Where? You take shelter in the Nama. Vaishnava tradition says, repeat the name day and night. No? In our tradition also we say, repeat the Guru mantra, repeat day and night. So he says, one attains all perfection just by taking shelter. Where to take shelter? In Nama. Anything happens, I repeat the name, I repeat the name, I repeat the name. And leading a life free from sin and duplicity. Life should be the pure. What you say and what you think should be in line. But many times we carry duplicity among ourselves. I think I say one thing and do another thing. So that is immoral life. That is in a non-spiritual life. So that is the last point. So devotees must consequently take shelter in the Harinama. We will say in our Guru's mantra, or you can say Aham Brahmasmi, Vedanta mantra. There are praise mantra. So repeat those. When you get a sannyas, you will get praise mantra. When you get brahmacharya, you will get certain mantras. There are 12 mantras that you don't know now, that will be given that time. Then repeat those mantras and see how powerful are they. Practice that. You have no time because you don't practice those things. We have enough time for gossip and other things. But if you really practice those mantras, then you will find how charming and joyful are they. But because you don't practice, you don't know that. Don't enjoy that. There is rasagulla, there is ice cream or good cake,
Smoothie.
and somewhere smoothie, and there is that, and your mouth is here. You talk about smoothie is good, you talk about cake is good, and never tasted. So that will not do. Therefore, just eat, just take. And if you get a taste, then why shall you spoil your time in other nonsense things? Yeah? So therefore, lead that life. Devotees must constantly take shelter in the Lord's name. In this way, one is to perform Hari Bhajan while reflecting on the above mentioned natural qualities of sadhus and adopting their mode of conduct. In adopting any other path, one cannot attain as much that is favorable for pure bhakti as by adopting sadvritti, proper conduct. So, sadvritti means all this good conduct, noble conduct. They are the foundation on which the spiritual structure is built. So, we should have to follow sadvritti. That is the last part. So, thank you all. We've ended the book just now here. But you may be all listening from a distance, and we are in the Hollywood. So maybe you are all worried about what is going on. Yes, it is happening so much, protest and demonstration and other things. But we are, by God's grace, keeping well here. We are safe and sound. So we also hope that you all keep safe and sound. And now, next we have decided to read this book, next book. So we have ended this book. If you are ready, then you can start next day this book to start with. It is Swami Prabhupada translation on the way of divine love. That is the Narada Bhakti Sutras. We will start it. But if you want, I can give on the introduction. And by that time, you can collect the book. It is available from our bookstore or Amazon. But our bookstore, you can order online. They will send you by post. So I see that it is 10.95 is the price plus taxes. So whatever maybe. So you can collect this book and give a order to Vedanta
A bookshop.
bookshop. Online you find how to give order, and then within a week you will have the book in your hand. There are 3 books as I showed you. This is also, you can, if you like, it is published from Madras, our Chennai Mott. This is very scholarly. For your reference, you can use it. I will use this. And there is another book, little centered around Ramakrishna and his teachings. It is called Bhuteshananda Swami. He was our President Swami. So his book is also, these are the lectures given by him in when he came to Japan. And that was recorded and that has come out into book form. So these are all the same book, the same Narada's aphorisms we will read, but explanation in different lines, and we'll talk about that. So please collect a book, Narada's Bhakti Sutra, or it's called Narada's Way of Divine Love. So you can ask one from Swami Prabhavananda or Swamiji who founded this, and another is available from the Chennai Mott, Madras Mott publication, and good great scholarly Swami. His name was Jagadananda. Tagishananda, his Swami was. This is for reference. And this also, if you wish, the Bhuteshananda Maharaj. So 3 books it is, but you purchase only one, that will do for you. But if for reference, you can purchase more. So thank you all. And also I got a request from Lisa Parama that we used to have a cup of tea. So can we have that tea in our own Zoom or in our own, after finishing this, going to Zoom, and we can have a little snacks. Already Parama has sent some snacks also in. It is in our monastery. So I do not know how can we do that. We can think about that in next time. Okay. Thank you all, and hope to see you again at the time 7:30. And the outside situation today, at least the cool protest was going on. You all watched online on the television also. So I do not know more than this much. But we are safe by Mother's grace. Thanks. Thanks you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Jai Ma.
No more question.
No more question. Question is there?
No question.
No question. That's good. Jai Ma. So we ended this book ultimately.